Hi guys, I've noticed that running has been trending a lot more recently, which I think is awesome. I love running and it's changed my life.
4:18.75 for ball. 9 seconds.
I wanted to share a couple of tips and just things that have changed my relationship with running to make it so much more enjoyable. And I know that a lot of people don't like to run. In fact, they hate it. I have really grown to love running. It's the best part of my day. I'm going to share just a little bit of my journey with it and how I believe you can love it too.
Lehigh, Tampa Bay 10, Terravella, and first go.
So first off, I think that anyone can be a runner. I truly don't believe that people just don't have the ability to be runners. It really is a sport that I think a lot of people can get into. You just have to give yourself time and consistency. So I've been running for a long time now. I first started in 3rd grade, which is crazy. And I had a pretty interesting relationship with running. I put a lot of pressure on myself at a young age, and I ran all the way through elementary school to high school, and now I run Division I in college and obviously absolutely love it. I would say that a lot of people have a tough relationship with running because it is painful, it's uncomfortable. My first tip is to start slow. When you start something, it's the hardest part. Any assignment that you do for school, any endeavor that you take on, there's always going to be the hard part of starting. And I think that running has a difficult start, not just because getting yourself out the door is difficult, but sometimes we expect ourselves to be perfect at something when we start, and that's just not the case. So with running, you need to start slow. You need to start slow so that you can both physically stay uninjured, but also so that you can just adapt to it. When you start, the first couple of runs aren't going to feel great. You're not going to get a runner's high. Sorry, there's a wasp. You're not going to get a runner's high. You're not going to feel great, especially the first couple of times that you run. I know when I first started running, I definitely didn't feel like it was easy as it does feel now. And that leads me into my second tip, which is be consistent and not perfect. Even now, where I'm in this space where my favorite thing to do is running, there's still some runs that I go on that don't feel great. I just kind of accept that for what it is. But thankfully now I do have runs where I get that runner's high. I feel amazing, and I found that the harder something is for me to do, whether it's a workout or a long run, the more rewarding it is for me. And that's something that I've really found enjoyment from in running is it's translated to so many different areas of my life, where doing something hard in running, it gives me so much more confidence in myself, and it translates to so much more confidence in every other area of my life. I think that that's why running is such a powerful thing. It's a personal choice to make yourself better. Yes, sometimes it hurts, it's painful, but it's this process of building self-discipline and building a relationship of trust with yourself. My third tip is make it fun. I think a lot of people sometimes go into running and they take it a little bit too seriously. Get some music, run with people, run new routes, buy a cute running outfit. That's my favorite thing to do. I like wearing little matching sets. Do a cute little hairstyle and make it fun. I think that running with people and having community is something that I love about running. Whereas in other sports like swimming, I don't know how enjoyable it is to like look at the bottom of the pool. I personally don't find it as enjoyable. With running, you can, listen to music, listen to a podcast. Go, like, if you live near the beach, like run to the beach, take a splash in the water. Running can be a really fun thing. It doesn't have to be this serious, hardcore endeavor all the time. Something that I also really like doing with running, and I think it can be super encouraging, especially if you are a beginner, is tracking your progress. And so like Strava is a cool way to do it. Investing in a running watch or an Apple Watch or something like that. You'll see a lot of gains pretty quickly with running if you're just consistent enough with it. and tracking your progress and seeing how far you've come is really cool. I would encourage anyone who is getting into running or is trying to build a relationship with it to really just focus on yourself, because running takes a while to develop, but once you start getting into it, you're gonna find that your gains from day to day are huge. You might not be where other people are, but I think eventually you can just look at your body of work that you've built and be really proud of yourself. Another tip I have is just shifting your mindset. You don't have to love every run. Sometimes it is just about getting out the door and doing something that's hard, and the more that you do it, and like I said, the more consistent you are, the easier it's gonna be, and the easier it is, the better you're gonna feel. So just give running a shot and it will build your relationship with it. Other ways that I love running, and honestly just fitness in general, is setting a big goal for yourself. So for me, that'll be signing up for a certain race. You can go, sign yourself up for a marathon and a half marathon or even a 5K or something like that. Those are really cool opportunities that can get you so motivated. For me, running in college, I set myself big goals, time goals that I want to hit or races that I want to qualify for. I think that, running is just one of those sports where if you set yourself a goal, your pace, your time, it's all valid. Like, you will see improvement within yourself. So set big goals for yourself, sign up for races, even if it seems like it's not something that you can do. Really commit to it, and I think that you'll find a lot of motivation and joy in chasing after a goal, and you'll probably find that even the result of the goal isn't the most important thing. You'll find that you learn so much from the journey of getting there. And that's another point that I would get to, is that the mental gains that you get from running, that's why I love it so much. Running is my stress reliever. Like I said, it's my favorite part of the day. I love just looking forward to big races and stuff. Like, I have my cross country season coming up in August, and I'm so excited to chase after goals. But I would say I honestly love the process of getting better and working on myself more than even reaching those goals. This past track season, I reached a big goal of mine in the 1500, and I was so excited about it. But what I really enjoyed was the process of getting there, and that's super powerful. So if you can make the process enjoyable and just set big goals for yourself, you'll find just so much growth. I hope this was a helpful video. I love sharing my love for running, and like I said, I think that anyone can truly take on the sport. It is just such an amazing thing to build that relationship with yourself of trust and doing hard things even when you don't want to. A lot of people will ask me what's a secret sauce? What is the secret formula to get better as a runner? I think that in any discipline of life, whether it's school, running, financial, whatever, the most successful people are not the most motivated. They are the most disciplined, and the secret sauce is doing the hard thing even though you don't want to do it. And the more that you do the hard thing, the more that you choose to do the hard thing over taking the easy route, the more successful you will be. Everyone knows to a certain extent what they need to do to be successful, what they need to do to be happy, and it is about choosing to do those things even though they are hard. So I hope this video was helpful. Please leave me any questions that you may have. Like I said, I love sharing my love for running, and just go outside on a beautiful day like today, go for a run with some buddies, run with some music, and really enjoy it.